Hey there. A question I get quite a lot is Skool a good platform for yoga teacher? So if you haven't heard about Skool yet, it's this new community slash learning platform. Alex Hormozi is behind it. It's making really, really big waves. And I moved all my courses over to Skool, I think in 2023. I love it. And my students love it. And then they ask me, maybe I should use Skool as well. So let me dive into and show it to you what it looks like and what I think is Skool good for yoga teachers or not. So Skool, Skool, is a platform that hosts your community, your online courses or programs, your calls. It can film your videos and host your videos. So you have everything in one place to build a digital business, which is pretty cool. So let me show you the features of my community so you can see what it looks like. This is the community feed, right? So here people can post, you can comment, similar to a Facebook group. They just added the live option here. I only used it one time, but it's pretty cool. So it opens in a new tab. And then you can go live, right, in your community. Next, you have the classroom, which is where you can host all your online courses. So as you can see in this community, you have quite a lot. Some of them are part of a bundle of a program. Some of them you can buy as a single product. Some of them are actually retired, but people who bought it have still access to it. So this is what I made here with this great cover image. So you can create the cover images, right? The thumbnails. You don't have really any other options to customize the platform, but I think it looks pretty neutral still. So it's not your own branding. So it's always going to be under Skool. But I don't see really any issues with that. You don't really need a white label option especially when you're just getting started or something like that. Okay, so you have courses. And for example, this one, if I click here on edit course, so when you set up a course, you give it a name, a description, and then you can say either open or members can access. You can unlock it at a specific level. So I talk more about that in a bit. You can have a buy now option. So people can buy it when they are in your community already. So you can have a free community and then you can sell courses in there with this buy now option. Or you have a paid community and then you have some additional pay now courses or something that are not included. So you could have buy now, time unlock, so unlock after X days, or private. Members on a tier or specific members can access it. So this is what I use because I don't collect payments within Skool. We'll talk about that in a second as well. So you can use Zapier. It's a little tool that connects platform on the internet to give people access after they've bought your course somewhere else. So for example, with Thrivecart, the checkout platform, and then they get added to that course in here. So this offer here, people can buy now for $22. So it's a profitable yoga business intensive and it's published, right? So you can have affiliates and it's so easy to use. It's really I think it's the only platform where you really don't need a super complex tech tutorial. Everything is so easy and intuitive to set up, and I love that. So as a yoga teacher, if you want to have a little bit of a video library, so you could have courses just get started here, or all the videos for up to 20 minutes, all the videos for up to 30 minutes, up to 1 hour, or certain yoga styles. What you don't have is filter options, right? So if you want to build a really extensive video library, it's probably not the best platform for you. So if you need people to filter for, I don't know, the teacher and the length and the style, you can't really do that here. So it would have to be in courses. You can create, I think, as many courses as you want, or there might actually be a limit. But as you can see, I have 36, and that's pretty, I feel already pretty much. And you have a lot of options here to manage access to every single course, which is pretty cool. So, and it looks like this. So where do I have, for example, here, low ticket mojo. So this is like a pretty default online course setting, right? So Teachable looks pretty similar. So you have the menu on the left, and then you can add videos here. You also can add more text and files. So for example, where do I have a file? Not here, but you could add like PDF or docs or Excel files, spreadsheets, whatever you want in here. And then people can simply work their way through your curriculum. They can mark lessons as done, and then they will see it here in the menu. Okay, they already watched that lesson. And I think it has such a great usability. So I love this. So if you have digital products, this is amazing. And yes, so you can host videos on Skool now. They just added this, so you don't need a separate platform to host your videos. You just upload it here. And so this would be really easy for you. You can even go live here in Skool. So for example, in the calendar, you can create events. So for example, here, so you give it a title, when it's happening, how long it is, duration, recurring or not. So you can make recurring events. And then you can either use Zoom or Meet or whatever, or even a Skool call or a Skool webinar, which is pretty cool. So you don't need Zoom anymore. You can do videos right here within Skool. You can upload a cover image, remind members by email one day before, and then also manage access. So if you set up an event in your calendar, you can say everybody has access, or select tiers or levels, or in only people in a specific program here, one of your courses. Okay, so what else? So that's the classroom, that's the calendar. Next, you have members where people can see all the other members and chat and connect. So I think this is so much fun. So it's really, really great if the community is really important for you. So if you want to create a digital offer that has a strong community feel, then I think Skool is hands down the best solution. Absolutely, because it's so front and center, it's so well integrated, and people actually use it. So the only negative would be really when you feel like you need filter option here for videos. But if you feel you can organize your programs, your content library, whatever you want to teach within courses like here, and then you have modules and lessons in each one, then I think you can definitely make it work. What I also love is the map feature, so you can see where everybody is in the world, right? And zoom in. So you can see I live here in Mallorca in Spain, and I have a few members here who are also on my little island. So I think that's just like fun element. You can also turn it off if you feel like this is probably not like you have problem with the legalities, or people would feel it invades their privacy. So it's a little bit, I think it's like 10 miles off, right? So it's not your exact location. Then you have a leaderboard. So Skool has this gamification built in, which means so people, yes, your members, when they are active in your community, so they post, they comment, they look at all the lessons, they get points. You can't really control how many, but what you can do is then give them access to specific extra bonuses that you can add in the classroom. And so if people get like they get to level 2, which 10% of my members here have, they get access to your Blissful Biz model in my community. So you could have some fun gamifications here, just like to keep people engaged and, So I think that's really, really great. Then you have About page. This is basically your sales page. The problem right now with Skool is that you don't have checkout pages. So if you host like single courses within your classroom that you want to sell single, like separately, and it's not like a membership with a subscription, you can't really do that. I mean, you can host it, but you need to have a different software for checkout and access. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to show it to you as well. So, but your About page, this one is pretty simple right now. So I want to add, I recommend adding at least a video here as well, like a video sales letter. And then you have just very little text here to really show what you're doing here. Also like a little text here. You can add links to your terms, to your website, to your sales page. And yeah, but the About page is what people see when they are new, when they're not a member of your community yet. So you'll link here, and then they're going to be able to buy here. So let me show you, because I've just set up two new communities. So the Blissful Biz Hive, I'm launching it next week, right? So this is why it's pretty empty. So how I set it up is here in the settings. So you can see here you have a dashboard with your most important numbers. It's so easy to use, and I love that. So first thing you probably want to set up is pricing. So you can have a free community for everybody to join. You can also have a freemium. So it's free, and then you have like 1 or 2 paid upgrade tiers. If that's is interesting, I think that's a really interesting thing. You can have tiers. So you could have a community that's like a more lower price, and then you have an extra tier that includes more one-on-one, like special support. And you can also have a one-time payment community, but you don't have a payment plan yet. So mixed feelings about that. So it's probably most popular right now for subscription, for memberships. And this is what I'm doing here. So I set it to $77 per month, or there's a special launch offer for $144 per year, which is a 52% discount. And people see this, right? So they see first $77, and then they see, I could also do like the yearly plan and save 52%, which I hope is pretty attractive. But you can also do only monthly or annual only. So you have options here. So yeah, so this works really, really great if you have a membership. And even with different tiers or freemium, so you have a free community around, I don't know, yoga for menopause, or senior yoga, or chair yoga, or you do like mentorship for yoga teachers. So you could have a free community, or you make it like really low price as a basic level for, I don't know, $9 a month. And then you have one level, $99 per month, that includes like a monthly one-on-one call with you, for example. So you have so many options here. And then you have more options here, etc. Skool has 2 plans right now, the hobby plan and the pro plan. So let me show you what that looks like. So you have the hobby plan, which has all features, unlimited members, etc. You pay 10% transaction fee, which is quite steep. So if you make like $1,000 a month, you would pay $100, right? So if you make more than $1,000 a month in Skool, it's worth it to invest in the pro plan. You don't have a custom URL. That's, for example, mine is skool.com/blissfulbizhive. So it will be something else. And it will also show some suggestion communities in the sidebar, but I think it's still pretty discreet. So this is a really, really great plan. If you just want to try it out and get started, maybe you can build a paid community on the hobby plan, right? You just have to know that you pay 10% transaction fee. And then you have the pro plan, and here you pay 2.9% transaction fee. And what's confusing is people think, there's a transaction fee. But the truth is, like when you use another platform like Circle, you pay 7%. But you always pay transaction fees when you use PayPal or Stripe, and this is already included here, so it's not on top. At least it used to be. So I hope I'm not saying something wrong here. And you have like 14-day free trial, so you could try it. So let me see if I can go back here. Okay. So this is the most important things you need to know. So what am I doing when I sell my program separately from Skool? So I don't sell a prescription. So for example, for the Blissful Biz Academy, my premium program, I have it here, right? I sell it on my website. I have my sales page on my website, so I don't rely on this about page here. And people buy it, and they have a checkout page in Thrivecart, and then they get sent the link to join my community here on Skool automatically. So it's connected through Zapier. You can only do this on the pro plan automatically. On the hobby plan, you can do it manually. So if people buy somewhere else, you can simply email them the link so they can request access to your community, and you manually then accept their request. But if you just want to do like a membership and maybe with different tiers, and maybe with some extra courses that you also host in your membership. Or you have a free community, and then you have your teacher training content in here, and you have like a up-level membership where people can join your live classes or something. That would be amazing too. And I think a lot of people, some people are doing it already. Oh, I'm going here. So if you click here at the top, you can click on Discover Communities, and you can search for anything. So let's search for yoga. And then we have some communities here already, like quite a lot actually. Like we have yoga for busy people here for $7 a month. The School of Yoga Lifestyle, Yoga and Beyond, Yoga's Features. This is quite popular here, right? 714 members for $88 a month. Passion Yoga here, I think it's Portuguese. So quite a few already here. So here, for example, we have a Tantra community, 10,000 members, free, by Satyati Pratik. And you can simply join that group. Maybe you want to join like a few groups to check it out and to see what it feels like and if this is for you. So I hope this gave you an overview of Skool and how it looks and how it works. And as I said, to sum it up, I think it's amazing if you want to have a strong focus on community, and if you want maybe to have like you want to build really this long ongoing relationship with your students, and then you can have different levels, different tiers, you can sell different courses separately. I think it has so much potential for you. It's really only when you feel you need more filter options or you want to build like a really, really large video library that I think it might not be the best solution. But, I don't think that's necessary. I think you can really serve your students with this setup, with a classroom where you can have, I don't know, probably like 50 courses, or I have 36. So you can have a lot of categories. You can have modules and lessons in each. So you can really, really deliver a lot. And it's much cleaner and less overwhelming than, like having 500 videos or something. I hope this helps you. Check out my Skool group, my new community, the Blissful Biz Hive, if you want to learn more. And I talk to you soon. Bye.